Equality in education, gender and marginalized group, where even you will talk because it is a simple topic which speaks about equality in education irrespective of gender and marginalized groups. So I just want you all to note down a small note I'm going to give on National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education. It will be easy if you all just make a note. Just write down National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education 2009. Can you all hear me, ma? There's no disturbance, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right on, ma. National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education 2009. is a Government of India draft. National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education 2009 is a Government of India draft. Government of India draft created for proposing changes and updates required to the National Council for Teacher Education. National Council for Teacher Education. Till that I'm going to repeat it again, ma. National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education 2009 is a Government of India draft created for proposing changes and updates required to the NCT, that is National Council for Teacher Education, comma, write down comma, an Indian government body set up under the National Council for Teacher Education. An Indian government body set up under the National Council for Teacher Education Act. Set up under the National Council for Teacher Education Act 1993. In 1995. This was in 1995. I'm again repeating the whole paragraph, ma. This is not given in your textbook. National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education 2009 is a Government of Indian draft created for proposing changes and updates required to NCTE. I already told you in the previous class, NCTE is a body of central government which is responsible to plan and coordinate. What does it plan? It plans and coordinates about the course, about the content, about the duration, and about the minimum qualifications. So everything comes under that. Of the National Council for Teacher Education. It's an Indian government body set up under the National Council of Teacher Education Act. This act came in 1993. So what changes were made was in 1995. Continue writing, ma. After 1995, put the full stop and continue writing. NCTE, that is National Council for Teacher Education, encouraged interested parties and stakeholders to give their views on the qualitative and quantitative improvements qualitative and quantitative improvements that could be achieved in educating teachers at school, graduates, postgraduates, doctoral, 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 and postdoctoral levels, I'm again repeating this one. National Council for Teacher Education to encourage interested parties and stakeholders to give their views on the qualitative and quantitative improvements that could be achieved in educating teachers at school, graduate, postgraduate, doctoral and postdoctoral levels. So this was the prime reason for NC National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education. So NCFT, that is National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, was a government Indian draft. The main reason was to implement this one because NCTE, prior to National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education, NCTE was acting as a curriculum framework. But to get about some changes, that is to propose some changes and updates required in NCTE, this NCFTE was established. This came into force in 2009. So they wanted to bring about a change in the curriculum framework of a teacher education, not only teacher education. They wanted to see to it that when this teacher education is given, for example, when teacher education is taught, the curriculum should be built in such a way that the teacher should be able to interact with the children, as well as not only to the children, but also if the teacher wanted to do her further studies, advanced studies, if she wanted to go for MED or if she wanted to do a doctoral or postdoctoral courses, the curriculum should be feasible in such a way, the curriculum framework should be in such a way that the new for example, the new syllabus or the new curriculum should not be very weird, because she should already have the knowledge and experiences of the previous constructivism. So in putting that in the mind, this framework was created. Only thing is, they have to have a greater look. And that is, they wanted to bring about a change in the curriculum which is made, because previously, when we speak about teacher education, when I'm speaking about 10 years or 20 years back, teacher education was not like that as it is now, because more of practicality has been given and more of opportunities has been given in present curriculum than we compared with the history curriculum. Now that is the reason this that is National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education was established, because previous curriculum framework, which has been developed by in the year 1978 by the council itself, did not get that expected outcome. So that is the reason this curriculum framework for teacher education has been implemented in 2009. So this is about NC National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education. The courses of teacher education, or what are its aims, have already been given in your textbook. That is more than enough. The main concern or the objectives of this framework was to see to it the context and concerns and visions of teacher education. The main thing, curriculum areas of the initial teacher education, Sample, this also has been given in your textbook. You can just go through. Those are somewhere around A, B, C, D, E, F have been given in your textbook. You can just write down. Those are the objectives of this framework. Only thing is they wanted to give a teacher education a good outlook, all-round development of a teacher, which will impact in the all-round development of a child. If a teacher is not well versed, that is why they asked for both qualitative as well as quantitative. Just not only quality, but even they wanted quantity. That is how much a teacher can manage. Is she able to teacher is not only meant, I already told you, the profession of a teacher is in such a way that she has to take the shape of any container she gets in. That is, whenever a profession is like a liquid form. You put in a round liquid, when you put in a round ball, she has to take the shape of that. So, in my sense, I wanted to say you that teacher profession is in such a way that she has to be well versed in everything, mastery over everything. So that is the reason this national curriculum framework for teacher education is built in such a way that teacher can be able to or should be able to manage everything on the whole, not only teaching in the classroom, but also she should be able to look around everything, take all co-curricular activities on her. She should be able to manage everything. So putting that in the mind, National Curriculum Framework of Teacher Education brought about few changes in NCTE, that is National Curriculum Teacher Education, National Council of Teacher Education. In that they brought about few changes and they proposed a few changes after going through, after concerning many of the stakeholders. Stakeholders are the people like we. So they have concerned many of the stakeholders and also encourage interesting parties to give suggestions about teacher education. So putting that in mind, this curriculum framework was developed in 2009 to bring about change in teacher education. Now this is about NC, that is National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education. What objectives which have been given in your textbook, you can just go through that one. Now coming to the 4.5, equality in education, gender and marginalized group. So before I go into that, I want you to ask you a question. Is there a difference between equality and equity? Everybody are there in the group now? Girls, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Nobody are answering.
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
You can hear me, so I asked
Yes,
a question.
yes, ma'am.
That
Yes, ma'am. We can hear you.
yeah, is there a difference between equality and equity?
Equality means equal for all group, ma'am. Equity means individual, I think, ma'am. Is it?
Okay. A part is right, Nitish. I want everybody to answer. Ramani, you're not there. Tulja, you're not there. Swati, not there.
I'm there, ma'am.
Yeah. Shruti, Kolandini and Shruti, Madhavi, Mokshit, I don't know if this is Mokshit, but Madhavi, Shrivani, equality, Subhashini, Shravani, Bhavani.
Ma'am.
Yeah,
Ma'am.
Yeah.
Equity is nothing but being fair and impartial, ma'am.
Equity is nothing but being fair and impartial. Okay?
And equality is distribution of equal and
Samhita, your voice is not clear, ma'am.
now is it okay, ma'am?
Yeah, tell me, ma'am.
Equity is being impartial and fair. When it comes to equality, it is equal distribution of rights, duties, responsibility, everything equal.
Okay, what you said is also okay, but in a simpler form. Now don't Google, okay? I want true answers.
Equality means
Bhavani, tell me, ma. Bhavani, and then I'll go for Ramani. Yeah, Bhavani, tell me.
Yes, ma'am. Equality is nothing but giving equal opportunities
Okay.
for all equally. Equal is nothing but offering different levels for support, depending on their needs.
Depending on the needs, so Google search.
No, ma'am.
On search. Okay, very good. Ramani?
Ma'am, equality means looking each and every person in the same sense. That means giving importance to everyone, irrespective of the caste, creed, anything. We are giving the same importance.
Okay.
So, when it comes to equity, equity is nothing but this is also type like small difference, but here we are giving the individual importance.
Individual importance. Okay. Ramni, you're okay. I want many to see. Madhavi, are you there, Madhavi?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Madhavi, can you tell me, is there a difference between equality and equity?
Equity is individual, ma'am.
Okay.
Equality is giving opportunity to all.
Giving opportunity to all. Okay.
Treating all same, ma'am.
Treating all same. Okay. Seema Begum, are you there, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah, Seema, tell me, is there a difference between
Equality is nothing but giving equal opportunities and looking everyone equally in the eyes of everyone. That is nothing but equality.
Okay.
Is nothing equity like looking in the it's used in the shareholders, ma'am, like profit and loss.
No, ma, that equity is different, Seema. This is different. Okay. But equality, what you said is right. Yes, ma. So most of you all have shared what is the difference between equity and equality. For a better understanding, I'll tell you, ma. When you teach in the classroom, you teach to everybody. That is putting everybody in your mind. You want to treat them equally. That is called as equality. You teach everybody the same thing in the classroom, irrespective of their need. But equity is what? You choose few of the students who are very weak in understanding what you have taught. So what you do, you try to teach them separately, or you try to give them more effort. That is called as equity, ma. So simply to give an example between equality and equity, when you teach in the classroom for 40 minutes or for 30 minutes, you put everybody in the mind, irrespective of their ability to understand. You give them equally, you teach them equally. You make everybody to sit in the classroom and you teach for 30 minutes. But in your mind, you know there are few students who cannot understand even after you have discussed in the class. What you do, you try to put some extra effort according to their need. What you do, you select few of the students who are very weak at writing, who are very weak at understanding. So what you do, you separate those children and you try to give them extra need. That is called as equity. Now you all understand now what is the difference between equality and equity. Equality is giving everybody the equal opportunity, irrespective of their need, whether they want it or whether they don't want it. For example, what you do in a class, a simple example also I'll tell you. When you distribute something in the classroom, you try to give everybody everything. But for few, you feel to give them more because of their need. That is called as equity. So equality and equity are the same. But if you want to, for example, there's a good saying, if equality is the end goal, equity is the means to get there. So if equality is the end goal, equity is the means to get there. So this is the difference between equality and equity. So why am I discussing this equality and equity is, in education system, we all know that there's a Right to Education Act 2005, which we have already discussed in the classroom, which clearly says that irrespective of the caste, creed, religion, it is must and should that everybody in the society has to get proper education before they are 14 years. That is, everybody has to have equal opportunity for education, irrespective of their caste, creed, color, religion, or whatsoever it ever may be. But why there are some marginalized groups and there are some women that is, for example, gender and marginalized groups, equity is necessary. So that is why I showed you the difference between equality and equity. Equality is giving everybody the same opportunity. Equity is putting little bit effort for the persons who really need that. So now coming to what is now 4.5, in this unit we are going to discuss about equality in education, that is gender and marginalized group. Gender, male and female. Marginalized groups. Who are marginalized group? These are the people who have very low interest when compared to the others. For example, SCs, STs, and also BCs, and also specially handicapped children, or they are called as disabled children. These all children come under marginalized group, minorities. These all come under marginalized group. So let us discuss about few things about the women education in the society. Previously, I already discussed many things about girl child education. For about, if there are 300 million children in the society, only 200 million children are being educated, where 100 and many more than million children are not being educated. That is, many of the girl child are not given proper opportunities. So when we speak about equality and when we speak about equity, equality is given to everybody. I know that is, it is only verbally. Everybody are saying that even girl child has to be educated, even she should have the opportunity to come to school, even she should have opportunity. But when it comes to equity, there are less chances. There is no support given to such kind of children, that is gender biased children and also marginalized group. Equality is only in terms of verbally. People are coming, they're giving lots of speeches, people are coming, they're giving so many policies, people are coming, giving so many programs, so many established programs are there, but still there is no support, proper support given to them. So on basing that, this unit or this chapter has been given. Now again I'm telling you, UNICEF is one of the, for example, you all be knowing what is UNICEF. UNICEF is nothing but United Nations Children Funding. So according to their survey, what they had surveyed is there are about, in Indian Embassy, when they have done a survey, there are about 3,14,700 street children in metro cities. So around, when UNICEF has done a survey, UNICEF 2009, when they have gone through a survey, what they had did is, UNICEF is what we call it, an organization which is called as United Nations Children Funding. What they have surveyed is, there are about 14,700 street children in metro places, in metro places such as Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Kanpur, Bangalore and Hyderabad, and around 1 lakh only in Delhi. So when we see what is happening to this equality, when we speak, what is happening, why these 3 lakh children in the metro cities, very big cities I'm speaking, when this UNICEF has done a survey, there are about 3,14,700 street children only, without education, without proper food, without proper shelter, without proper facilities given to them. They are in the metro cities, big cities like Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Kanpur, Bangalore and Hyderabad, and around 1 lakh street children only in Delhi. So what is happening? In terms of only equality, in terms of verbalism, only we are talking, but there is no practicality shown. So that is the reason today in the classroom we are going to discuss what would be, we cannot totally discuss what could be the reason, but few of the reasons we have already discussed in the previous classes. It is a general class where we are going to see why there is a lot of difference in education system. Because when I was seeing this survey, there are 3 lakh children who are only on the streets. They have only surveyed the children who are only on the streets. But when they survey, they will be knowing there are many thousands and lakhs of children who are not getting equal education as everybody. So today in the classroom, we are going to discuss about what is the difference, like what kind of education system is it really, education is given equally to everybody, because yes, we have been seeing in the previous classes, government has facilitated so many programs and policies, especially for the girl child education. But why still we are logging back? Why still we are being below poverty line. Why we are still seeing that literacy has gone very down when compared to the other states or country. Now, in the classroom, so I already told you, according to UNICEF, when they have done surveys, so much difference has been seen. So women education, when compared to the other fields, but when we see in the previous days, women were not educated, but after few days they had started being educating. So our parents got a good view about the woman being educating or a girl being educating. Everything is happening, but still there is lot of gap. For example, every 5, when we take a ratio, when we see that in every 5 students, there are about 4 girl children. For example, if there is a strength of 5 girl children studying in elementary level, but most of that, only 2 of them are going to secondary schools. That means 3 of them are dropouts after primary school. That is after their elementary education. 3 of them are dropouts. Only 2 of them are going to secondary level education. So among 5 students are getting admission into the schools. All 5 girls, they complete till elementary education, but only 2 of them are going to secondary education. So this is what is happening in our society. So today we are speaking about what is gender disparity. What is gender disparity, man? It is nothing but showing difference between a girl and a boy. So most of the time, in many curriculum, what is happening is curriculum should be built in such a way, curriculum need to be gender sensitive and should not make either a girl or a boy feel superior to others. Yes, curriculum should be built in such a way that equal opportunity should be given in the curriculum itself, so that even teacher when teaching the classroom will not express much of a higher superiority compared to the male to the female. So one of the great educationists once said like that, education is neither a privilege nor a favor, but a bias, but it is a basic human right to which all girls and women are entitled. Yes, education is neither a privilege nor a favor, but a basic human right. So basic human right is also been not given in few of the societies, and also gender bias is the main thing which is going on, which is prevailing in the Indian society. It may be the fault of the parents, it may be the fault of the teacher, it may be the fault of the school she is going, it may be the fault of the surroundings which is influencing the girl child. We cannot say only these would be the reasons, but we can see present situation, girls have been totally gone, like there is no security for girls in the society, nor in the school, nor in the family, nor the place where they are. When we see so many things in the TVs, or when we see so many articles in the newspaper, we will see how the girl child is being. Every day we are getting worse by worse. So this is what the government of India is trying to put down, giving so many measures to cut out, but still these things are getting more but not decreasing. So today in the classroom we are discussing about gender bias. So as a teacher, if you have such situation in the classroom, how will you tackle? For example, if you feel that the girl child are being given less opportunities, so what kind of measures will you, as a teacher, will you give in the classroom to show equality to everybody? I want everybody to answer. You have a classroom, or you are being admitted into a school where it is co-education. So what kind of measures will you give as a teacher to show equality in the classroom? That is not showing them one is superior to other, one is inferior to other. What kind of measures will you give? So today in classroom I am asking you, you are appointed as a teacher in a co-education school, where what kind of measures will you give to remove this gender disparities in your classroom? I want everybody to answer, because this is a normal topic. There is no need for you all to get worried. This commission, this policy, nothing is there. In your own terms, you are working, few of the teachers are already working in the schools. You want to remove gender disparities. You want to create everybody are equal in your side. So what kind of steps will you take, or what kind of steps you do in a classroom to remove this gender disparities? Can I want answers from everybody, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yeah, Ramani.
Yeah, ma'am, when it comes to a class of like co-ed school, nowadays we are seeing that every schools and colleges are co-education. So
Yeah.
we should encourage the girls. We should never like poke them saying that you are a girl, you can't do. So every time, being a teacher, you should support them. You should tell them that though you are a girl, you should do like boys. And not only in studies, but when it comes to games and sports or music also, we should encourage them. We should motivate them. And when there is any group formation, if for example when there is any group discussion or any group formation seminars, at that time we should divide the group in such a way that in each group there should be like equal amount of boys and equal amount of girls.
Yes, equal opportunity. Yeah. Okay, Maramni. So you said 2. That is good. Yes, I want everybody to answer my at least one point. If you are a teacher in a classroom and you feel or you felt that there is lot of gender disparities going on in the classroom, where boys are dominating girls a lot and girls are not coming outside. So what kind of help will you give as a teacher when you see this kind of gender thing going on in the classroom? So I want to, because there may be some application questions, especially on gender disparities. What is current education society? What is current position of women in the society? Yes, I want answers from everybody.
Ma'am, when it comes to any physical task or any physical task, like Ramani said that any sports, ma'am, we need to encourage girls also, ma'am. Not only boys.
Yes, girls. Yeah, girls also. Yes.
We need to.
According to you, you have to give them opportunity to participate in everything. Irrespective, for example, any game, you have to show them that both are equal. Even you can do that. It is not, oh, this game is not for girls. This game is only for boys. You should not never do that. Yes, you're right. Yes, so actually, tell me.
Not only opportunity, ma'am, but also training should be given to be physically fit. We should encourage in that manner.
Yes, physically, especially during their monthly course also, if they have, you should remove that. Everybody should not see them centeredly like ma. So even that is one of the major issue. Yes, anything else? Yes, Shruti Kolangiri, I want to answer. Yeah, ma.
Apart from boosting or giving motivation to girls, we should make the boys also train to respect the individuality of the girls so that they will come out by themselves.
Yes, that is a woman empowerment. What you say is woman empowerment, Shruti. Yes, you have to empower themselves. You have to show them that you are powerful, you can do it. That is voluntarily they will come out if you do that. That is right, Shruti. That is woman empowering. As a teacher, you try to give them, no, you can do more than boys. You have to tell them, you have to give them empowerment. Yes, very good point. I want answers from everybody. I want answers from everybody. Yes, Nitesh. Nitesh?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
yeah, Nitesh.
Actually, these points already covered by Ramani ma'am. So again, I want to repeat. Like we can also have some games like dumshal arts and some different games, so that they will involve. And Antakshari is also there. So ऐसा करके उनको involve कर सकते हैं like that.
You can make them involved. So these are the indoor games what Nitesh is saying. But what Ramani said is outdoor games can also be played by girls. If you throw ball, basketball, football, such kind of balls, rugby. So these kind of games are also can be played by girl. Yes, Nitesh, you are right and Ramani also is right. Yes, Ravani, Amma నేను ఈ రోజు క్లాస్ లో స్త్రీ పురుష లింగ భేదం అనేది లేకుండా పిల్లలకి సమైక్య విద్య అంటే మీకు ఆల్రెడీ నేను అంటే ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్తున్నాను, లింగ భేదం అనేది లేకుండా క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో మీరు ఒక టీచర్ గా నియమింపబడ్డారు. మీకు ఆ క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో పిల్లల మధ్య లింగ భేదం చాలా ఉందని మీకు తెలిసింది. సో యాజ్ అ టీచర్ గా మీరు అది తీసేయడానికి ఏం చేస్తారు అనే క్వశ్చన్ నేను అడిగానమ్మా. దానికి ఒక్కొక్కరు ఆన్సర్ ఇస్తున్నారు. నాకు అందరు ఆన్సర్స్ కావాలి, ఎందుకంటే చాలా మటుకి ఇది అప్లికేషన్ క్వశ్చన్ వస్తుంది. నువ్వు ఒక టీచర్వి, నీ క్లాస్ లో ఒక లింగ భేదం కనిపిస్తుంది, దాన్ని నువ్వు ఎలా తీసేస్తావు? సో ఆ దాని మీద కోణం మీద ఐ వాంట్ ఆన్సర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ యూ. ఎస్ మా చెప్పండి. టెల్ మీ మా.
We should provide, that means we should develop self-confidence in the girls to face any problems. Boys, in case boys will ఏమన్నా problems face చేస్తే the girls has to face those problems వాళ్ళంతటి వాళ్ళు దే కెన్ డిఫరెన్స్ అంటారు చూడండి మ్యామ్ దే
different psychology. Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, we should develop that self confidence in the girls, ma'am. And if any misbehave done through
The poor student, yes.
Yeah, poor student, we in my view we may give some punishment or in some other way we can motivate them by giving some motivated stories, moral stories or something.
Moral stories in such a way that girl అనేది ఒక మంచి precious thing అనేది చెప్పడం లాగా. Okay, what you said is right. So more of motivational speech given to both genders, that is to male as well as female, to girl as well as boy, to respect both genders. It is not that only women have been given upper and she's superior and this fellow is inferior. It is not like that. You have to show them both are same. Both are same. I recently read one of the in my Facebook. I shared one of the for example, it was a blog given. It really stated, it really touched me. It showed that it does not make sense that I only have a uterus, not anything more than that. She was actually comparing with a boy. A girl was saying, I only have a uterus, so only having uterus doesn't mean that I should be a servant, that I should cook for you, that I should see to the children's, or I should go. So the only thing what I meant to say is equal opportunity to both the genders. It doesn't say women should be superior in few, or I won't say boys should be superior. They should act in equal sense. So as a teacher, you are going to encourage such things in the future, to say that everybody are equal in the sight of government, and it is a human right. See, irrespective of their gender, irrespective of their creed, caste or religion, they have equal right. They are humans. The first thing is they are humans. వాళ్ళు మనుషులు, మనం మనుషులమమ్మా. So that is what equality is, and equity comes in terms of women education and comes in terms of marginalized group, more need of facilities. For example, in government of Delhi had launched a mobile learning app called STEM. This app is called as STEM. You just make a note, STEM. The Delhi government has launched a mobile learning app called as STEM for school-going girls. This app aims at removing the gender disparities in the field of STEM. So the abbreviation of STEM is nothing but science, technology, engineering and mathematics. So Delhi government has introduced this app called as STEM, especially for the school-going girls. The main reason to introduce this app was to remove the gender disparities in the field of STEM. That is, most of the time after intermediate, many of the parents don't allow the girl child to go into engineering or medicine. Most of them, what they do is they ask them to do their degrees or PGs and get them married and then settle their life. So to take off that gender disparities, the government of Delhi has introduced this program called as STEM. STEM is nothing but it is science, technology, engineering and mathematics, owing to the stereotype that girls are not competent enough to study science, which eventually affect their choice of subject and career. So this Delhi government has launched this app called STEM, especially for the girls who are generally, that is, they say that equal opportunity is not given to such kind of girl child. This app is helpful for them. So this app name is called as STEM. The full abbreviation of that is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Especially this app was the main aim of this app was to remove the gender disparity. Not only that, but also there is a school in Bombay, it is called as it is BMC. The school is actually named as BMC. That is called as Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, which is called as BMC school, included a special session in their school curriculum to tackle gender biased in education. So the program aimed to undo the gender rules seeded in young children's minds through a combination of dance and sports. As Lavanya told, there should be some activity. As many of you all told, there should be some activity. So BMC school, which is situated in Bombay, has introduced a new kind of curriculum into their schooling. A special session is given in the school curriculum. This special session is only for the gender disparities. What they're going to do, they're going to have a combination of dance and sports. Okay, just make a note now. When you write down the answer, it will be helpful for you. 1 second, ma. When you write down the answer, it will be helpful for you. Just write down two. One is Delhi. The Delhi government launched. Write down. Delhi government launched the mobile app called Delhi government launched a mobile app called STEM. For school-going girls. For school-going girls. So the app aims at removing the gender disparity in the field of STEM. No, I told you what is a full form of STEM. That is science, technology, engineering and mathematics. Whenever you write an answer on gender disparity, so such kind of things has to be introduced in every school. You can just mention because it is not given in your textbook. This is the government of Delhi. So the main reason I told you, write down through STEM, Delhi government wants to encourage girls to study science and technology. Okay, ma'am. That was the school. That was the app in Delhi. And now coming to Bombay, write down the Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation. The Brihan, B-R-I-H-A-N. The Brihan Mumbai. Brihan Mumbai is a word, ma. It's combined word. B-R-I-H-A-N. MUMBAI. The Brihan Mumbai Municipal Corporation, BMC schools, included a special session in their school curriculum to tackle gender-based stereotypes in children. Might be Shruti, I don't know. Would be that. So, gender-based type in children. The program aimed to. So, the program aimed to. The program aimed to undo the gender roles. Undo the gender roles seeded in young children's minds through a combination of dance and sports. Through a combination of dance and sports. So I just mentioned two of this one. If you come through any other states or any other countries or any other government who have been, there are many other also. Before, when I was teaching you all about the girl child education in 4.2, I have discussed many things. If it is possible, I'll give you notes for that. Programs like Udan, programs like Pragati, there are so many programs, especially for girl child. So, to eradicate this gender bias in the school system, government is taking many of the opportunities, but these Delhi one and these Bombay, it really touched me, so I thought of giving you all. As Shruti was telling, Brihan Mumbai is the greater Mumbai. What you want to say is that only, Norman. The meaning of Brihan Mumbai is the greater Mumbai. No, Shruti? Shruti Kodangadi. Okay, so the meaning Brihan Mumbai is greater Mumbai. Okay, so the municipal corporation, that is the schools of such a kind, they have introduced special sessions especially for encouraging the students, that is encouraging the students irrespective of their gender, to show them that everybody are equal in the sight. Everybody come under the roof called human being. So Lakshmi, we are discussing about the gender bias, equality and equity in gender, that is in women education. So when you write an examination, please make sure that you write down the difference between equality and equity. Equality in terms of rights has been given, but equity is not given, especially in the gender bias and also marginalized groups. So you have to know the difference between equality and equity. And then you mention few of the schools and few of the government institutions which are encouraging children to eradicate this gender disparities in the classrooms. So with this we finish a little part that is about what we call as gender disparities. In tomorrow's session, we are going to speak about marginalized groups. Now, marginalized groups are SCs, STs, BCs, and also disabled children and also minorities. So, what kind of education support the government is giving and what is the present status in that, we are going to discuss in the tomorrow's class. So, by tomorrow, we'll finish up the 4th unit, and from Monday, freshly, we are going to start with the unit 5. So, as of now, anyone has any doubts, can just ask me, so we spoke about what is what is National Curriculum Framework for Teacher Education 2009, and then we spoke about equality in education. So what kind of equality in education is given, and what is equity, what is difference between equality and equity, and gender bias, what kind of gender bias we face in Indian society, and what sort of measures can be taken to eradicate. You can write it on your own. And about the girl child education, I've already told you in unit 3. In 4.2, I spoke about inclusive education also. That is inclusive education, marginalized group people. So we spoke about that. So tomorrow's class, we are again going to discuss about marginalized groups. That is SCs, STs, minorities and disabled children. What kind of measures we can take and what government is giving facilities to equalize education to all. According to NP in 1986, equal access of education to everybody irrespective of their caste, creed, religion and all. So according to NP in 1986 only, the equality term has come. So that also we are going to discuss in the tomorrow's class. So as of now, anyone has any doubts, you can just ask me,
Ma'am,
Yeah, tell me, ma. Ramani, tell
Just
me.
I want to add one point, ma'am. Just you were asking na to show the equality.
Yeah,
So
Ramani.
one more point from my side, ma'am. When there is a huge gathering in the school, like there is any celebration,
Yeah. Any Independence Day or Republic Day or Annual Day,
in
yeah.
that day, in those days, if the management or the teachers or principal can bring a role model for like women development, like you can have many ample of examples in women area who are successful. So
Yes,
if we
ma'am.
bring them and we make them to give some motivational speeches,
Yes.
by seeing them, the audience, including parents and children, also get motivated, and parents also like they feel yes, girls can do anything.
Yes,
That's what I
Ramani.
want.
Yes, Ramani. You know, you all would be knowing about Malala. How many of you all know about Malala? I don't know. She's yes, Seema. Tell me, Seema.
She's a Pakistani girl.
Yeah. She is the only girl who fought for education, had gone through many gunshots. She was partially, she was handicapped. Her whole chin was removed. The bones were removed. She was the only one who protested against the whole community and came out only for the sake of education. Ma. She was not allowed to go to school, but she was the only girl. Malala, she had you can see her. She is a great inspiration to everybody, ma, because she was the one who fought for everybody. There were many gunshots for her. Her total jaw was removed, operated, and amputated. She was the only girl child. They were not allowing her to go to school, but irrespective of many fears, she was attending school. She has completed her education. Not only that, she has gone abroad, and now she is going to each and every country to know the importance of girl child education. So like that, how Ramani I told, you can ask a few of the students or you can ask them to play a PPT presentation, especially on the woman girl child. When a woman empowerment is given, when a girl child is educated, as already said by Nehru, he said when you educate a girl, the whole family will be educated, and also sometimes the whole nation, she also makes them educated. So basing on that, yes, what you said is right, Ramani. You can encourage children in such communities because there will be huge gathering. On that day, everybody will be present. So they will know the importance of women, especially girl child education, irrespective of gender bias. Yes, you're right. And yes,
and my friend is there, ma'am, Zarina Begum. She is a Muslim, but she is having a good level in Navy, ma'am. She is one of the lieutenant in the Navy. So being the lady, she know firing. She is good at firing. She is number one in firing. So
yeah, ma,
I
see,
feel proud.
yeah, ma, very good, Ramani. Even we feel proud when we hear such things. There are many eminent women, ma. There are many women, but there are no proper access for them to come out. There are many women, many children. When see in the future, in the month of December, you'll go to government schools for teaching practice, ma. When you go there, you see many of the children who are very talented, great exposure. Apart from education, they are good at many things. Few are good at education as well. But only thing is proper channel is not given to them, and they doesn't even know there are so many. For example, this Delhi government has given such a good information about STEM, that is government is going to take care of that. But there are no accessibility for women, and it may be many reasons, ma. We cannot say it is a never-ending story when we speak about gender bias, but put everything in your mind and try to write your own answers. And remember, ma, any essay answer, you try to write it down so that you'll know 2 pages of answer is enough for your essay. You will cut short the unnecessary words, and you only write the important things. So as you all know, there are many eminent persons. So when opportunity is given to them, they can reach the heights. So you can have a look of that. So tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss about marginalized groups now. So but tomorrow tomorrow will be an interactive class where even you will tell me what are the programs especially amended for SCs, STs, BCs and minorities, what kind of reservation the government is also giving. Just have a look. We'll discuss in the tomorrow's class. Is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and another thing is, tomorrow I'm out of my place. I'll be trying to connect from another place, ma'am. So just give me time, 11:10, most probably I'm going to connect. We are going to finish off tomorrow this 4th unit, ma'am. If there is some any disturbances, I'll try to connect with my try to connect it with my phone. So please make sure that you all are present by, most probably by 11 I'm going to send it. But if there is any disturbances, please try to understand tomorrow only, and again Monday I'll connect in the normal at my place only. So thank you, ma. Thank you so much. It is already 12. I don't want to drag more. Gender bias. అమ్మ ఈరోజు లింగ భేదం గురించి మనం చదువుకున్నాము. ఎలాంటి భేదాలు ఉన్నాయో మనం జనరల్ గా క్లాస్ లో డిస్కస్ చేసుకున్నాము. మీకు అప్లికేషన్ క్వశ్చన్ వస్తుంది. దాని మీద మీరు కొన్ని ఇంకెక్కువగా గవర్నమెంట్ ఎలాంటి రూల్స్ ఎలాంటివి ఇచ్చింది అనేది మీరు రాస్తే మీరు ఆన్సర్ సరిపోతుంది. సో యాజ్ ఆఫ్ నౌ ఎనీ డౌట్స్ నౌ జస్ట్ లెట్ మీ నో.
Ma'am, one doubt regarding IPC2, ma'am. Sir has given a message to submit the IPC record on 5th or 6th of November, ma'am.
Okay.
So, I could not, నేను ఎప్పుడు రాశాను మ్యామ్, బట్ ఈ ఫ్లడ్స్ వల్ల అవి ఎక్కడ పోయాయి కూడా దొరకట్లేదు మ్యామ్.
స్వాతి డైరెక్ట్ గా ప్రిన్సిపల్ తో కాల్ చేసి మాట్లాడమ్మా.
ఓకే సార్.
అంటే నీ పొజిషన్ తెలుసు కదా, అంటే జెన్యూన్ గా నువ్వు ఫస్ట్ నుంచి ఇక్కడ హరిహరపురం హీ నోస్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. నో యు జస్ట్ స్పీక్ టు హిమ్ వాట్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ మెజర్స్ విల్ టెల్ యూ.
yes ma'am.
ఓకే, డోంట్ వరీ, టైం విల్ బి గివెన్. కానీ మీరు మీ ప్రాపర్ రీజన్ చెప్పండి.
yes ma'am.
ఓకే
ఓకే మ్యామ్.
ఓకే ఓకే.
ఆల్రెడీ బుక్స్ అన్ని వాటర్ లో పోయాయి మ్యామ్. నిన్న కాలేజ్కి వెళ్ళి నేను మళ్ళీ తెచ్చుకున్నాను బుక్స్, అసైన్మెంట్స్ రాయడానికి. మళ్ళీ కాలేజ్కి వెళ్ళి తెచ్చుకున్నాను మ్యామ్ బుక్స్.
ఓకే, మనం కాలేజ్ వెళ్ళి తెచ్చుకున్నావు కదా, యూ టెల్ ద సేమ్ థింగ్ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూర్ టెలింగ్ మీ. యూ జస్ట్ మేక్ అ కాల్, సార్ నావి ఇట్లా బుక్స్ అన్ని అయినాయి, ఐ జస్ట్ వెంట్ టు కాలేజ్ యెస్టర్డే, ఐ బాట్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్స్ అని చెప్పు. దే విల్ కన్సిడర్, మా డోంట్ వరీ. Not that they won't consider, they will consider, but they'll give you a little time where you have to finish up by that time.
Okay ma'am.
Okay, okay ma'am. Thank you ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you ma'am. Thank you ma'am.